is there anything you would like to ask, or say you want to focus on this before we start looking at the replay?
Um, this game we got a bit behind early. I was just running around clearing waves, but I want to kind of know what I'm supposed to do in that situation.
Okay. So like, what do you do? How do you come? How do you play back from behind?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. All right. Also, can you see my screen on Skype? Is that all Gucci?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said things went poorly early. I'm pretty sure I know the reason, right? But Sona into Thresh is not a very good matchup, and Caitlyn into Misfortune is also not very good. So you got double countered here, right?
We also got like the level 1 was the Fiesta, and then they started our red and came through our Tribush.
Wait,
again.
what the hell? Interesting. Yeah. So can you tell me? Have you seen my other coaching sessions? By the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So I asked this of everyone, but can you tell me like how do your champions win against theirs, and how do you like lose?
I'm guessing if we want to kill them, we wait till 6 and then Solar ult into trap combo.
Okay. That is possible. Yes. What about pre-6 though?
You just gotta shove in and hope you don't get hooked.
Right. But okay. So now let's get more specific. Now, what does Sona have that Thresh doesn't? Pre-6.
Sustain.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So one option can be to like trade and out sustain, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess Misfortune versus Caitlyn, there's like nothing you can do. Don't get hit by Q.
Yeah.
So this is pretty fucked up. They like invaded through the other side. It's kind of a weird game, but so who got a kill? Okay, Sona loses her flash, so she's got to play super far back. Otherwise, Thresh is just gonna flash play her, right? Wait, who got the kill? Can't even see.
I think it was GP.
Okay. Well, anyways, they got assists. You guys actually get to lane before them, which is kind of nice, right? I see you start pushing. This is good, right? Because since they got assists, they're gonna have a melee minion on you, right? So if you don't get this level 2 now, you're gonna be screwed. One tip, I don't know if you care about this or not, but in order to get all the minions, you can do something like hit all of them once and then one of them twice, or one of them twice and one of them 3 times, right? You can do something like that.
Okay.
Those are the basics of level 1. Okay, this is okay. When I see this, there's like no, you're just dead. It's just they cheesed your ass, and this is kind of awkward, right? So you let Sona die and you run. Go.
Yeah.
Can you make it? I think you can make it. It's actually so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just make a run for it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now this looks bad, right? They got a kill. All this crap is happening. It's actually not the end of the world, I would say. Okay, it's like really bad, but I thought both of you were gonna die, so that was a lot better than what should have happened, right? Because Rengar also delayed his jungling to do that, right? Even though he did get an assist. Ivern is like making something happen mid, right? They got Ori flash, so it's bad, but it could have been a lot worse. And you didn't use flash. Sona already used their flash. It was just a kill. So from here on out, the game plan does not change, right? They don't have any significant like advantages or whatever to change the thing we talked about earlier, right? What's the game plan? You want to trade, you want to sustain, maybe push them in, definitely don't get hooked no matter what. But trade and sustain is basically what it is. And level 6 you can look to make a play. So that doesn't change. So all you do here is just farm, right? Okay, interesting. So far so good. In order to like play from behind, a lot of it is either setting up a trap so that they they face check a bush. You pink a bush and then everyone comes. You counter what they do. Say they want to push. They want to like take dragon or whatever. So you go stop them, or you just wait for them to make a mistake. Like mechanical error or team fight error, right? So you can counter. You can wait for a mistake. So this is not the worst situations. Sure, you missed some CS, but if you take a look at the lane setup right now, as long as Rengar is not ganking, you guys can win 2v2, right? You can still do the trade and sustain kind of thing. So against Misfortune, I don't know if you like see a lot of Misfortune, but no matter what, don't get hit by this. She's always gonna do this. So one thing you can do is make sure you ward up here and stand above your wave. And then when Thresh walks up like this, you immediately run away, right? No matter what happens, you can't eat the Q for free. That's the only thing in this lane, and eating the hook, obviously. But honestly, playing safe is a-okay, right? You've been playing very safe in this lane.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just super paranoid about getting hooked, and then it just slows.
Yeah. So like, if we want to delve deeper into the late game, it's like Kate versus Misfortune. Wait, why doesn't everyone just pick Misfortune against Caitlyn if it's so bad? When you get to like 3, 4, 5, 6 items, you're gonna walk all over them, right? So, right. The instant they step on a trap, they get netted. There's no way for them to kill you, pretty much, barring like huge item advantage or someone else catching you, or you're like walking into her ult or something. Yeah. Okay, that was a really nice dodge, right? All I have to do is do that like 1,000 times, because that's just Misfortune lane. Feels bad. Yeah, so far you're playing very well, considering that Sona doesn't have flash, right? She can't do anything because Rengar is going to come after the lantern play. Okay, so this is happening. This is good. It's not going to work because
they got behind the minions.
Not that, but when you have a sustained kind of lane, okay, say you have a lane with no catch, you got Soraka, you got Diana, you got Sona. They don't do anything, right? So so if you ever watch my videos, I always talk about, what are the conditions for you dying in a gank? Low HP, no flash. So when you have some kind of sustained champion or like out sustained champion, you need to get them to low HP in order for a gank to work, right? Or something insane has to happen, like he has no flash and then Sona slows him into an Ivern thing, into a trap, right? Otherwise, this just doesn't work. So this is not your fault. This is just Ivern making a bad call, right? So all this is like whatever. This is fine. It just kind of sucks that your jungler decided to, like go for a fail gank, But doesn't really change too much, honestly. But yeah, now your team's on the road to losing because your Ivern is should not have ganked that. Okay, so be very careful about using abilities to last hit minions like this, because the instant he sees this, if I were them, I would just walk up and deny you the next 3. Yeah. You always want to use Q, to push if they have no response, right? Or to hit them. You need to like hit them. I know it's like not easy as Caitlyn Q to like do anything, but hitting them is like insanely important. Okay, that was a free kill. That was super awkward. Not your fault still. Okay, this guy is suiciding. Oh wow. Okay, he got away. Okay, nice. Wait, what rank is this, by the way? I forgot to ask.
Plat 5.
Okay, cool. And is this on EU or NA?
Yeah, EU.
Okay, nice. Okay, so yeah, so far you've done nothing wrong. Maybe not using Q there was not the best idea, but honestly, it didn't matter in the end. All you had to do is just farm this out, and like the fact that you're not bleeding more kills is already, you're like technically winning, right? Like quote unquote winning. This is a losing matchup. If you're a relatively even CS, you're doing really well. So, sometimes you just not every lane is winnable, right? It's just not, sometimes it's just not possible. And obviously this level 1 went so weirdly that it's like, okay, you just learn to not give up anything else. So this is, how you're asking, how do I like play from behind? This is exactly how you play from behind. You don't give up anything else. So far so good. One tip I do have is, if you want to put like a trap in this bush, put it like upwards more, because he can just stand here anyways, right? So it's like, what if you put it here? Then he has to come out of the bush and then go around, or he has to like hug the wall or something weird. So you're getting near level 6. The game plan is probably still the same, right? Oh, okay. This is another way to do it, right? You can force, you can out mechanics this guy, right? You can do something like this, dodge his hug. So this is really good. Now you've satisfied your sustain condition. All you have to do is now push him in and make sure that they can't do anything, right? Okay, good. You realize that you immediately start pushing. This is very good, right? Because now the next time he does that, you can just flash it and then kill him. Something like that, right? Because he's so low HP. Taking that is kind of awkward, but you have sustain, right? So hopefully it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, every chance you get, you should be trying to hit them, right? Unless you're going to lose a minion for it. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, the Q, right? Because you can use it on him now. So yeah, be very careful. So if you want to like, the only like real like kind of mistakes I see is like using your Q to hit minions when there's no need to, right? You can say using Q for minions is like good value if there was no other way you're gonna get those minions. say they're zoning you. You can't hit these minions unless you use a Q. You get 5 minions. That's really good. But if you use it at a time when there's no pressure on you to use it, you shouldn't do it, right?
Okay.
It's like if you don't have to, don't do it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? If you don't have to, don't use it, right? It's gonna be very weird at first. You're gonna be like, I'm Caitlyn with full mana. Why am I not using my Q ever? That's actually usually the correct play, right? If you can push without using your Q, you push without using your Q. Because the instant that jungle comes, you can Q him in the face. Or Q them on their tower, for example, right? But, I mean, if you do need to use it to push the wave, because, like, Xayah pushes the wave, then, yeah, sure, go for it. But if there's no pressure for you to do so, then I would definitely save it, right? Because now you're getting to the point where you can't full combo with your abilities. Yeah. So him having less health is less relevant, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. But as to your original like idea of playing from behind, this is perfect. Theoretically, like, don't beat any more kills. Perfect. Keep them in farm. So you can choose to back here. Do you know when you want to back, or are you just like waiting until something happens?
Like if you shove in and you want to buy or cannon wave.
Perfect. Or when something happens, right? This is a-okay. My plan, if I were you, would be get them low enough, right? And then the instant Sona hits 6, trade super hard, right? You don't necessarily have to kill them, but make it so that they have to back first, and you push and you back, right? That's one way to do it for sure. So it looks like everyone wants to come. This does not work unless Sona has 6, right? You're actually getting to the point where you really needed that Q mana, to be honest. But I hope it'll be okay. Okay, Sona has 6. Perfect. This baits them 100%. And then all you have to do is put the trap down on top of Thresh or Misfortune, whatever you want. Wait, what the fuck?
She held her ult for quite a while. So
yeah, you're still fine. Okay, that's really awkward. But
I don't know why my trap didn't trick. That's what happens sometimes. Like if they're CC'd and I trap.
So this is how it works. You need to anticipate your teammate's CC and put down the trap right when you think they're gonna do it, right? Yeah. And in order to do this, it is not easy to auto attack and then have that in our head at the same time, right? It's actually super hard. So what I do is, if we absolutely do not need every ounce of damage, like you don't need every ounce of damage here, you don't auto attack, you just walk with them, and all you're gonna do is just hover over the enemy champion and then press W the instant you see that come out, right? Yeah. That's the plan. That's the plan. Like this is kind of like the quote unquote greedy play. You know, if it works, you get an extra auto attack, but if it doesn't work, he gets away, right? So it's super awkward. This guy also should have ulted first, but there's nothing you can do about that. So yeah. That's my suggestion. The only reason this doesn't work is because you're like in the middle of an auto attack animation. Yeah. Right. So my suggestion for that is get the important thing down first. What's the important thing? Getting the trap, because the trap will make sure he's dead no matter what. The extra auto attack doesn't matter, so don't worry about that, right? Think about it this way: would you rather miss the kill because we got away with one auto attack, or because you missed the trap, right? Yeah. But I would rather not miss the important bit, right? Okay, this is super awkward. This is a counter gank. There's no way you guys can win now. Wait, holy shit. So yeah, this goes super poorly because of that. And everyone just dies. There's no way out. I would save your flash. If you know you can't get out, you just save your flash, because like the next time the fight comes around and you still have your flash, that's like super important, right? So that's like one thing. But I think everyone's just gonna die here. Okay, let's back it up. So back to here. This 100% should have been your win, right? But it goes poorly because she doesn't ult first, so you lose all your HP. The only thing you can really like fault yourself for is getting that trap thing down and then not flashing, right? Don't worry about the Rengar gank. Don't worry about that at all. The reason why this doesn't work is because of all this shit that happened, right? If you're at full HP and you still had your heal, this would have been clean, right? You would have been a clean out. There's no way Rengar can kill you. Everyone puts a shield on you. You put a trap on top of yourself. You walk away, right? So don't worry about that. Worry about the trap when your teammate goes for the CC kind of thing. That's what I would say about that one. It's like, you know how we talk about, like, if you know what your opponent's going to do, you can dodge it, right? If I say, if I'm playing Malphite in a 1v1 custom and I say, I'm going to ult you in 3, 2, 1, and I ult you and you flash, it's easy, right? You can do that 100 times out of 100 times. Now, what if I say we're in a 1v1 and I say I'm gonna malphite you in the next 5 minutes, and we just stand there? It's like what the hell? It's impossible. So this is the same kind of concept. You want to anticipate before it happens. Not only do you anticipate your opponents, right? You anticipated that hook a bunch of times and he missed, right? Because you knew it was coming. You also have to anticipate your teammates, right? The Ivern Q, the Sona ult, anything, honestly. Like sometimes you have to even anticipate your teammates flashing or whatever, you know? But yeah, for Caitlyn, this is like Caitlyn specific, right? I'm not really sure if any other AD carries. Okay, yeah, say Jin W, right? Varus ult, Ashe ult, anything that chain CC, Caitlyn W, you must anticipate your ally doing it. Otherwise, you're gonna miss most of the time. So here, you lose the tower. That's fine. What you want to do is push this out, and then you want to go mid because Fizz wants a side lane, right?
Yeah.
Does that sound about right? One can make an argument for top, but I don't think that makes sense. He's too strong. He's gonna run you down the lane. He's got ultimate. He's got barrels to wave clear, and your Fizz is still stuck in a lane that he doesn't want to be in. So definitely push this out, go mid, right? That's what I'm thinking at least. Okay, good. What you can do here is on your way, if you're not like being contested in the river, on the way to your like rotations between lanes, you can stick a ward as deep as you can. As long as Thresh isn't gonna be there, or like as long as they can't fight you for it, right? I see a Rengar. Misfortune is pushing bot, so maybe you can stick a ward down somewhere. Okay, so team needs your help fighting this Rengar. I think you should be looking in case they needed an ult, but probably not, right? So in this case, if you have no lane priority, what you do is exactly what this is. You farm until the enemy makes a mistake. This is a mistake, right? That guy should have died, I feel like, but he lost his flash anyways, so that was really good for your team. All you gotta do is just push this, go back. Okay, Fizz died. You just push this, go top. Okay, this guy dies. Never mind. You push this, try and get mid, or push this and try and fight. Whatever this is. Sona has ultimate? No. Yes. That's why. Let's go. I think Riven. This is super awkward. Maybe you guys just can't do anything because Fizz died. I don't think there's anything you can do. Okay, so when you see that they're coming from behind because they're pushing bot, I think you just have to run. It's okay. So remember how I said playing from behind, basically you have to counter or wait for them to make a mistake, right? You also can't make any of your own mistakes, right? So this Ori being mid is like good for you guys because Riven can like get this for free, or you can like follow up. But then after that, you guys have to run because Fizz died top, right? So that's like super stupid. Oh, actually, Ivern died too. Like what the hell? But yeah, whenever you don't have a man advantage, you must play extremely safe. And what I mean by extremely safe is they can tower dive you, so give up towers if you have to, right? The reason why we know the reason why we should know, I didn't notice that at first, but I should have, is your teammates are dead on the map and theirs are not. So if they can force on you, they will, right? Say this Rengar is 200 HP. It doesn't matter because Thresh and Misfortune flash on you guys, and you guys flash or whatever to counter, and then everyone's at 200 HP, and then Rengar comes to kill everyone, right? So the fact that they have an extra person means that you can't do anything. Unless you know for sure that you can like win with a man disadvantage, right? So this, like, imagine if you had Ivern here or something. This would have been a lot better. Rather, it would have been doable, but you just can't be there if your Ivern, if your jungle dies. If anyone dies, right? If anyone dies, you have to play super safe. Okay, you can't go bot because Fizz wants that. Sure, getting red. This is perfectly fine. Clear mid, right? Here, you're just waiting for Ivern and Sona to find something. If you ever want to like find something, like find an advantage as an AD carry, you need flash. Without flash, it's not gonna work most of the time. But, right, you need flash, or you need to be so strong you don't need flash. And so strong that you don't need flash is something like 5 kills at this point. And you have like 2 items completed, and you can like do half of someone's HP while like auto attacking them. You need like some kind of huge advantage. So this is fine. Letting her at the tower, that's fine. Just don't die to this.
I was trying to
shockwave shit.
Bait her like to go in on me because I thought Ivan was gonna go, and then it turns out he didn't. So I kind of just ended up getting chunked.
Let's go back to this again. So the first order of business is to not die to whatever this is, right? So looks like you can't die, so it's absolutely fine. Clearing minions is good. But if she's gonna let you clear minions, don't chase after her, right?
Okay.
Your goal here is to stall out the game, right, until you get
Yeah.
strong or something. So chasing her doesn't fit into that plan, right?
Yep.
I know you like want that extra damage, but it's not going to do anything, if that makes any sense, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna do anything, right? If she gets Sona ulted, she's gonna die if she's at full HP or if she's at 80 HP because you're gonna chain your traps, right?
Yeah.
So don't worry about the damage necessarily. Just focus on clearing the minions. You just want to get the CS, right? You want to push. Make sure they can't just get the tower for free. Okay, this is awkward. Everyone's coming mid. So you give this up 100%. You know why? Can you tell me why?
Because Riven's top is his bot, and then they're grouped.
Yes, this is 100% correct. You have no idea where the team is. They could be right behind them right here. You give this up. You can also like spam Q on the wave to maybe stall this out so they can't get inhibitor tower. But okay, perfect. Right? Wait, what the fuck is going on? Okay, he's half HP. That's nice. You got a nice hit on Misfortune. Good. This is very good, right? Don't get hit by the shockwave. Don't get hit by that hook. You can't do anything until you see. Okay, you see a Gangplank, right? You still can't do anything until you see Rengar. Wow, that was kind of scary. So what is the goal here, right? When a team fight happens, what are you gonna do, right? Say Thresh landed that hook. What was your plan?
Probably just put a trap on him and then run away.
Okay. But what happens if Orianna ults you while you're putting that trap down, right? You're not in trap range.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
you have to watch out for specific abilities, right?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like obviously Misfortune. She ults you right now. What's the plan? Walk to the side. Okay, if Ivern gets hooked and you try and help and she ults you, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I fucked up. Same with the Oriole, right? And Thresh hook is down because you hook someone else, right? So when you look at this kind of fight, the plan is stay out of this Ori ball range, and then Sona walks up, right? And then she ults them right as they're using their abilities on her. Oh, out of a sudden, that's a trap or two, right? And then you can fight.
Yeah.
So you have to wait that stuff out, right? Always wait that stuff out. And then if Rengar is here, don't fight no matter what. So yeah. So here, trying to stall out the wave. This is fine. They're probably just going to take this. Okay, this is good because Riven's coming down behind them. So all you do is let your team go first, right? No matter what happens, don't get insta-killed, and you're gonna win this. You have red buff, right? Okay, this guy's dead. 100%. 100% win, right? This is a 100% win because this guy is basically dead. They already lost a team member. You have man advantage. There's no way they win, right? So you guys are going to win this fight, 100%. Dodging the ult is fine, I would say. That's completely fine. So here, push mid. Tell someone to go cover top maybe if they keep going. Oh, they have Rift Herald. Someone's got to go top.
Yeah, we end up going for it.
Maybe you should be the one going. Okay, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. Right? These towers are like really good, but if you get that mid tower right now, it's not gonna change. It's not gonna instantly like win you the game or anything, right? It's just like money is good to have, right? So going top here is perfectly fine. I think you need a third because they have everyone on their team here. What the hell? Sona ult should clean this up. The trap thing. Okay, you somehow killed him, but you gotta remember the trap thing, right? And obviously, it's like not fair to criticize you for this because Rengar can just W away and Gangplank can also just orange it out. But if they don't do that, you need to be able to capitalize on that kind of situation, right? So the trap is just like a very Caitlyn specific thing. Everything else you've been doing is fine except maybe like queuing on the minions. But the trap thing is like why you pick Caitlyn, right? It's like why do you pick Caitlyn? Range is great, but Tristana has range, right? Kog'Maw has range, for example. Her traps are the reason why you pick Caitlyn. So getting good value off traps is like really important. But so far so good, right? The only other fault I would say is that you're missing like CS, but I don't think.
I do that. I miss a lot of uncontested CS.
Yeah. I would say that if you like really want to worry about that, custom game it up and all that stuff. The best general advice I can give you for that is be patient. Be very patient. Like,
a
lot of times in lane, you like really wanted the minions, so you queue them to kill them, and then you got them, but then you didn't have your queue. Other times you're like, I think you were like autoing under tower, and then it was like kind of awkward because you're trying to hit them, and then like other minions are dying to the tower. Just be very patient. Be very patient when you're CSing. One thing you can do is watch like Korean Challenger VODs and see how they do it. They will literally wait until like the last second, right? And they won't go for any minions that aren't immediately dying. So they're like the masters of being patient. So going mid here, 100% fine, right? 100% good. Just all you have to do is watch out for the Rengar ult because what's gonna happen when Rengar ults you? If you're in the middle, just gonna die. Or if you get away somehow, Gameplank's gonna ult you, right? So that's really stupid. So here you still don't quite have priority. Actually, you have flash, so you can do something. So the way it looks, right, is you, Sona, Ivern pushing mid. You got the split going with Fizz and Riven, and say they try and stop you from doing this 1-3-1, right? How do they do it?
Yeah.
They send Rengar mid, and then they have Misfortune, Thresh, Rengar, and what's another person? Who's their millionaire?
Orianna.
Orianna. Okay, they have 4 people mid versus your 3. Okay, they're chasing you. Okay, Rengar comes out, he ults, he slows. You net away. You put 2 traps down, like in this area, and then Sona ults the rest of them. You guys get away scot free, and then like Fizz pushes down the tower, or Riven pushes down the tower. So you guys get a tower for your ults, and then you guys like trade summoners. Boom, perfect, right? That's how it's supposed to work. So whenever you're in this kind of situation where they can go on you, and you're like offering yourself up to fight, right? Being out here means you want to fight. Know what the objective is. The objective is to get away, right? Or if they only send 3, the objective is to push or go even, right? If they chase you, you should be able to win. Okay, so they're pushing top. You go defend bot. I mean top. This is fine, right? Putting the trap line down, also fine. As long as they can't hit the tower, they're wasting their time, right? Clean. This is good. Oh, okay. Be very scared about hitting. Okay, yeah. Be very scared. Just remember the objective is clearing the minions, not hitting him, right? Unless you think this is free, right? You're gonna net away from the ult, or you're gonna flash it and you're gonna kill him immediately. There's no way.
When she did it, I was gonna flash, but then I was pretty sure like if she hits me with flash heal, they can't kill me. So I was like, I might as well tank it, and then go on her.
Okay, true. That's fine. If you just wanted to tank it, that's fine. I mean, if you saw that their team was just not here, that's fine. But it's just sometimes like some crazy shit happens, like their team is like right here or something, right? So you just want to be kind of scared about that. But this is perfectly fine if that was your plan, right? If you know this can't kill you for whatever reason, this is fine, right? This is actually really good because she has no ultimate. Let's fast forward a bit. Misfortune gets a free tower. I mean, not Misfortune, Riven. Well, maybe not free. She might die for it. It's kind of awkward. So you're pushing out mid, perfectly fine, right? In response to them chasing, just push mid, right? Good. So far, okay. You're setting up a trap for Rengar. Okay, you guys kill him 100%. This is the whole trap thing. If you land the trap, you kill him, right? Okay, perfect. One thing you do is the double trap, right? You know, you can like kind of, you know that after they get trapped, you can't exactly put it at the same spot because they can just walk away, right?
Yeah.
So you put it like a little bit behind them so that they go around.
Okay.
Or they just walk back into it. So yeah. That's just one thing to note. This is maybe free. I wouldn't chase this. How do you get this? But yeah, getting the red is fine. And you go mid. This is so far so good, right? This is how you play from behind. You haven't given up anything else, right? You haven't given up. You're just trading, and then now your team's in a good spot. Look how bad it was in the beginning, and now you guys are even. That's like really good, right? You stop the bleeding. You guys can win fights now. This is really good. Okay, getting bot. That's fine. Pretty sure this Misfortune is actually behind you because you have double buffs and a level up on her. Ivern is killing himself. Unless like Rengar's not there or something. Clear this and you go mid. Just be wherever you need to be to not die to Rengar, right? Or at least okay, good. Ninja Tabbies is good. Maybe Pink Wards would be good to buy. Because you know how I talked about like the whole, if you're mid lane and they engage on you, you should be able to get away. Pink wards will help you do the opposite, right? You want to go on them, or you want to stop them from going on you, right? If you wanted to go on them, you put a pink ward in these bushes, and you know for sure they don't know you're there, right? That would be like a good example. So pink wards are very strong. Even one can like change the tide of a game, right? One argument that people always used back in the days is what's gonna win you the game, a longsword or a pink ward?
Yeah.
Right, and everyone's like, well, yeah, shit, maybe I shouldn't buy this longsword. Okay, this is free. This Thresh is doing the exact same. He's just throwing the game, right? So this is like really good. Their bot lane is throwing. So you not doing this once has allowed you to like it's allowed you to put yourself in a position where you can win the game almost by yourself, right? So this is really good. This is really clean. So I like it a lot. Wait, how'd you even die twice? Hold up.
First one was when the Rengar gank with GP ult, and the second one was mid when they flanked us from bot after we killed
Oh, yeah, okay. That was like the one mistake. Okay, that was like the one mistake that shouldn't happen. The Rengar thing, I wouldn't worry about it too much because it's like kind of Sona's fault. But the mid thing, yeah, if someone dies, run away. But beyond that one mistake and like small mistakes like using your Q and like missing CS, this game is really clean. So, if you play like this every game, it'll be like free win. Or you play like this for the rest of the game, you can't lose, right? Judging by how this Thresh and Misfortune are playing. So pushing mid, being super safe, this is good. One thing to know how you're safe is how close are your teammates behind you, right? So if you're standing in the mid lane and they try and force on you and you all of a sudden Ivern and Sona show up, it's like, holy shit, you win. Nothing has changed about like what kills you, right?
Yeah.
It's like Gangplank Barrel, Orianna ult, the Hook, and Misfortune ult, and Rengar. Okay. As long as those are all accounted for, you can go in. Is that sounds easy, right? It's not. It's not easy, but honestly, your team's gonna soak up a lot of that for sure, right? All you gotta do is hit the closest guy as Caitlyn. It's easy. Put down traps, chain CC if it looks available, right? And then easy. So if you're in a position of power, or rather, if you're able to do something, right, like you are right now, you're very strong right now. So, and especially because you have flash, right? You should be able to gain mid priority here, right? And mid priority is the ability to push first, right? As long as your team is nearby, right? If your team is refusing to come with you, then do not go for mid priority. But if your Sona's like behind you and Ivern's nearby and Riven is not even splitting, she's ready to help fight, you should be pushing mid first because it allows you to do stuff like this, right? Because they pushed mid first, they went for the Ocean Dragon. Oh, Ivern was gonna kill himself. It's kind of awkward. They're gonna Baron if he dies. Okay, nice. He didn't die. But yeah, gaining mid priority will allow you to prevent stuff like that happening, or it will enable you to do that kind of stuff, right? So if you have flash, is something that you should consider. But if you still think that even with flash you can't gain mid priority, then that's fine, right? For whatever reason. Safe is still fine, right? Safe is still fine because the other team will throw, guaranteed. Okay, this is kind of scary because Thresh could be in there. Okay, you see Thresh fighting for mid priority now. I hope Riven has TP, right? I hope your side laners have TP if you're doing this. This looks pretty free unless he gets away somehow. So what you do in this case, okay, that's fine. Nice ult, perfect.
It's pretty fiesta.
Misfortune, wait, did they both flash? Wait, holy shit, I gotta watch this. Dude, I gotta watch this. Oh my god. Okay, that's so funny. That was good. I like it. That was really good. You made the right call. Okay, eating this all again doesn't matter because this Misfortune's building crit. So what you do if this Rengar is ulting is put traps on yourself, right?
Yeah.
One of the biggest tips you can give to a Caitlyn player is you put traps at the edge of this area. People like to walk along this. Put trap here. Put the trap at the end of the bush. Put the trap on top of yourself. All of a sudden, how is Rengar gonna leap? If he wants to leap, he has to get into a bush. So he goes in the bush, he gets trapped. He goes into this bush, he gets trapped, right? Both ends of this bush, and then along the wall. And then all of a sudden, you can't lose, right? So he jumps on you. He gets trapped. You auto attack. You E. You auto attack. Put another trap on yourself. He jumps on you again, and then you kill him because that's 2 traps, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to look at team fighting here, you just need to put down traps, right? Especially on top of yourself. But turned out good. That's fine. It's just something that will help you for the future for sure, right? You have like 5 traps right now. You can be putting them down in like very important spots, like here, anywhere where it's like anywhere that makes it so that they have less space to move around, right? So imagine if you put it here, all of a sudden they have to go around it, right? Stuff like that. Anything that makes it awkward for them to move. That's like part of the reason why Caitlyn's so annoying. Okay, there's no way to kill this guy unless he kills himself, unless you're gonna flash for it. Okay, this is fine. This is completely fine. Nice flash net. Good. Fast forward this. Pushing mid, maybe getting the tower. I don't know if you guys can get the tower. This is kind of questionable. This is an overstay in my opinion because no one has any summoners, right? This is super awkward. Okay, you're gonna kill this guy. Nice. So like that was a really good trap, right? Now all this shit is going on. Trap yourself. You can't die to this Rengar. That's awkward. So yeah, when he jumps on you, theoretically he should get trapped, but you didn't. It was like super close. Oh well, you guys just overstayed, right?
Yeah.
We get to. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. So this fight was so long that after killing this Ori, your goal is to push out the waves and back, right? And the reason why you push out and back is because they have to deal with your waves before going to ward, right? So say you back right now, then they can go and fight you for the wards, right? They're spawning right now. They run straight to Baron to clear out the vision. But say you push right now and then back. Okay, so if they do what I just said, then they can't see what's going on mid. So you guys could have been mid. And also, they're going to lose the CS to the tower, which is never really that good, right? So if you cannot get something right now, what can you get right now, right? Can you Baron? I don't know. That's a judgment call. Can you get a tower? I don't think so. Look at the wave top. It's too far away from the tower. Can you get mid? Same thing. Riven's doing her own thing, so ignore that. Can you take jungle camps? It's everything is gone. So what do you do? Push and back, right? If you have time, push and back. Otherwise, it's going to be an overstay because if we had decided that you couldn't get anything after this and then you try and go for something, that's like the definition of an overstay, right? So whenever something happens, always ask yourself, what is the next step, right? If you think you can go for this tower, then that's good and all, but there's just no way because when they spawn, they're closer to this tower than your Fizz is, and your Fizz like is dead or whatever, right? Even though they don't have worry. I'm not saying this is impossible. I'm just saying that if you wanted to go for this, you had to have like a clear plan in mind, right? Like you're like Riven is, I don't even know what's going on, but you needed like no one had ults or anything, right? If someone had ult, maybe I'd say go for it, but if it's not clean, you should try and avoid going for objectives you don't know if you can get, right? You have to know for sure that they can't stop you. If you had flash, I would say go for it. But you didn't have flash anymore because you killed Ori with it, right? Yeah. Because you killed Ori with it, her death timer is longer. So that means if your whole team bases and goes to Baron, they have to face check Baron without their Orianna, right? So that's like really good. Getting red, this is fine. Going mid, this is fine. So far, I've only really seen two like real mistakes. One's overstaying and the second is overstaying.
Yeah.
Right? So this is not good. This is not bad, right? We already know at least the most important thing you need to work on is making sure you're not in a spot where you shouldn't be, right? Oh, okay, changing the
so I had OBS for some reason. I was getting dropping frames in the fight, so I was like, I might as well turn it down.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I feel for you there. So yeah, I have no problems with the item build. Fam Dancer is a wise choice, especially with his Rengar jumping on you. Okay, you guys go get Baron, because you see Rengar is like jerking off bot lane. Okay, good. So what is the plan here? Right?
Bait the fight.
Okay. So that means if Sona wants this ultimate, you need to be in range for the trap, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So you need to be near her. Or if you're finishing this, okay, this is a really bad ultimate, right? Okay. So yeah, imagine if you're on top of Sona and you trapped her right there. She died. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Whenever like something's happening, what is the plan? What is like... Okay, let's say we take this Baron fight. This is like 5s or whatever. You have two options. You finish if it gets low enough, or you turn. Okay, how do you turn? You turn on the Ivern Q. You turn on the Sona ult. Okay, what happens after that? You chain with the Caitlyn trap. So you need to be in range. So that leads us to the conclusion that if we turn, one of these two goes first, and then we trap immediately when they get hit. If they miss, everyone just stops and runs away, right? Something like that. Otherwise, you're just hitting this Baron, right? So... that is like your quote-unquote game plan. So it allows you to like capitalize on mistakes the enemy makes, right? If you had your game plan, you would have known that to stick near Sona and make sure you don't get hit by this hook, and then Sona's going to ult and you're going to trap, and then someone's going to die, right? Another thing could be, set up your traps, right, as Caitlyn. Make it so they can't get into the pit easily, especially Rengar, right? Okay, this is... Oh, wow. Wow, that Oreo was crazy. So yeah, if you had traps here, there's no way you lose this, right? There's no way you lose this still. If you dodge this hook, you win 100%. Yeah, you 100%. He has no ult, right? So you can net forward, stuff like that. Okay, get by the hook, but no one's nearby. Okay. So if we back it up to this, this is like one of like Caitlyn's strengths is like denying your opponents into an area, right? So you want to set up your traps so that it's hard for them to just don't make it so that they can just walk in here like there's no Caitlyn, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. It's very so it's very similar to how like you know how Varus ult is gonna stop them from getting in here because it's gonna chain. Your ult does nothing. Your ult is like trash, right? Caitlyn ult is like pretty bad. So what's Caitlyn's strength? She can put down these traps, and it's her basic ability. So you should be, if at the very least, if you want to play close, you should be putting it like here, like 1, 2, 3, or maybe like along this area, so they have to funnel through here. Like imagine if you put it all up in this area, so they have to walk in this area, right? Sona, that's a free Sona ult, for example, assuming she had it or whatever. But you got to put it down somewhere, right? That's the point I'm getting at. You got to put it down somewhere. Otherwise, Caitlyn sucks dick without her traps. But otherwise, besides the trap, this is a clean fight, right? You didn't no summoners were burned because you had no summoners to burn. You stayed alive. You did hella damage. Sure, you may have missed some kills. It doesn't really matter in the end, right? You're gonna win. You're gonna win this game. It's just that in this situation, like putting those traps down will help. In this situation, your teammates mess up. And what I mean by that is, if your Sona whiffs an ult, you putting traps down could like save the game, right? For example. But since everyone's doing relatively well compared to them, everything is like all good, right? Okay. So you can't do the Baron, that's fine. You push out, and then you either back or you set up another trap. Okay, that guy tried to hit you. You no longer need to take that shit from him. You can hit him back because you're like super strong, right? You're at the point where they can't do anything to you. So here, what are you buying? I personally would buy sustain. Oh, nice, dude! Look at this. Dude, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, QSS is a fine choice. Okay, Death Stance is also a fine choice, right? What are the uses for QSS against their team?
Hook.
Yep. Right.
I mean, if I get CC'd by Rengar,
perfect. Right.
Barrel slow.
I would say not really the barrel slow because you never really want to get hit by that anyways, right? Yeah. When you want a QSS, there are two main functions of QSS. Okay, one, you screwed up really bad and you have the QSS and you lost your QSS for free, right? Thresh gets a random hook and you're like, fuck, I lost my QSS. The second is the reason why you buy it. The second is that you get hit on purpose and they get baited into going in on you, and you QSS and your team goes on there. Boom, win. Okay. Right? That's the main purpose. You get hit on purpose and you QSS. Okay, here's like an example from earlier today. I want to show you real quick if that's okay. This one. Okay, here. QSS used on Blitz Hook, right? Yeah. So this is the end of the game. I know for sure if these guys die, we can end through their top, right? So the plan is bait them with the QSS. So QSS E, right? That's how you use QSS with Caitlyn. It's not easy. You can also do QSS Flash. That's also perfectly fine, but it uses your Flash, and I don't like that. So QSS E, all of a sudden they're chasing me, right? They don't have to chase me, but because they saw the Blitz hook lands, they like feel like they have to, right? So because it's a 5v3, I know we automatically win this because I do enough damage, and then we just end the game, right? They just die, and then we end through top, game over, right? So QSS won the game, in a sense. That's just one thing if you ever want to consider buying QSS. But Death Stance is really good because it stops Rengar from doing that shit to you, right? And then you can't die. So I'm just saying, just any of those options are really good. So okay, this guy's trying to do something. You missed the Fizz ult. Fizz, what are you doing? Ivern, what are you doing? He missed his Q. It's kind of awkward. So not putting traps down here is fine because there's nothing to trap. Okay, cool. You guys go Baron, I hope, because you just killed someone. Please tell me someone makes the Baron call. Internal screeching. Like, how do you siege this when Ori's alive, right? Yeah. So, okay, maybe get a random thing, but even though Gangplank's alive too. Okay, yeah. So when you see someone die for free, you should try and make the Baron call if it's possible, right? Putting trap down is good, right? Because he's gonna step on it. Good. Okay, good. You play this pretty much perfectly fine. Okay, Fizz ult is up again. Okay, clean. Just kill them all. Just kill. Yes. Okay, so this is a clean replay in my opinion. That was really good. They're only mechanical issues and one kind of like macro level issue. So, if you wanna, you said like, how do I play from behind? You just show me, right?
That like most of the stuff, like me clearing waves, was just I don't know what I was doing. I was just hoping.
So here's the theory behind it. So clearing waves, right? They are winning the game, so they're pushing into you, and you're eventually gonna lose your tower, right?
Yeah.
So what's the goal? You want to stall out the game. How do you stall out the game? Make it so they get less hits on the tower per wave, right? Especially at this rank, they're just gonna. This Orion is trying to hit you, not even trying to hit the tower, right? So what do? Yeah. Just clear the minions, clear the minions, clear the minions, or you hit them hard enough that they have the base, right? Sometimes using Twitch ult to clear the minions and do like half their health is good because then they have the base, and then you stall out another minute and 30 seconds, right? You want to stall out the game as long as possible. So what you're doing was in essence that, right? Okay, hold on, we're like missing something. But what you want to like, you always have to have your like goal in mind, right? You wanted to stall out the game because you're behind. You clear mid because they're pushing in, and that was it, right? Don't go for those Oriana hits because that's gonna cost you the game if you get hooked, right? You get hooked, they take the tower, you're sad. So you just want to stall. If you keep that in mind, you will be able to like create a game plan around you stalling, right? You didn't die bot. That was perfect. The fact that you guys got counter ganked by Rengar, not exactly your fault because it should have gone well with the Sona flash ult, but that's not your fault at all, right?
Yeah.
So other than that, it was like if you figure out what you need to do, right? Are you winning or you're losing? Do you need to press your advantage or do you need to stall their advantage, right? And then second, how do I do that, right? So as the AD carry, it's pressing advantage, get lane priority, push, go roam with the team, ward, and then find like a rotation, okay? That's like if you're winning. If you're losing, you want to clear waves, make it so that you want them to rotate into your pink bush, right? Face check. Say you're clearing mid and Oriana's pushing into you, and then her jungle and support decide to be like, okay, since Orion is pushing mid, we can go in right now. And Sona and Ivern are sitting here with Fizz on a pink ward, and they face check. Boom. That's how you stop an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Baron, right? If someone gets Baron, the best thing you can do is kill someone with Baron. So what you do is sit, just the whole team just sit in a bush, like where they're going to go because they have Baron, right? Like near mid, right? This is great. These bushes are great. I don't know if you can see this, actually. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah. This bush is here is great. This bush next to your wraiths, they will always go for it. I promise you, they will always go for that, right? If you have some kind of long range CC like Iron Q, they will always go for it. You just engage on them when they come. That's how you counter an advantage, right? You want to like maybe cheese them, quote unquote, or like stop them from doing what they want, right? So that's how you do it. What you did, perfectly correct, right? If you want to use yourself an example, like the Caitlyn, you can be sitting in that bush with a pink ward, and then the instant Thresh walks up, you put 3 traps behind him as fast as you can, and then he's like, how do I get out, right?
Yeah.
So there's just stuff like that you can do. Like if you're playing Ashe Varus, you ult them when they're going for it, stuff like that. That's also the reason why everyone's like play Ashe and Varus, because that's the easiest way to punish someone who's out of position, right? You were out of position a few times this game because someone in your team died, not your fault, but at the same time you have to play safe. So Ashe engages immediately, and then you win the game, right? So if you ever wondered why people are always like, hey, play Ashe and Varus, that's why. He is very strong lane priority, right? Until the enemy AD carry gets QSS. Nice hook on the Daisy. Holy shit, you killed that. Dude, you spanked that Rengar, dude. So at this point, you don't really need Baron. Actually trying Baron is probably a throw because Gangplank is strong, right? So you just push mid, you trap them out of their base, and then you win because it's 4v5. Oh, wait, Ivern's dead. Never mind. Okay, Fizz ult someone, you win. Doesn't matter who it is. You should be maybe watching that, but it's okay. Okay, you win. You just push mid. You gotta help this guy. Awkward. Okay, this is fine. No problems here. Fizz did his own solo play, and then it went even. That's completely fine. So what do you do here? Okay, clearing bot. If you do this, you can't back, right? Can you tell me why?
Because they go Baron.
Maybe not necessarily get it, but they're gonna clear all the wards, and you can't stop them, right? So when you do something like this, you have to say to yourself, okay, I can't back, because you either Riven gets this because she has TP, she's backing, she has home guard, she's gonna go bot, right? If you don't go bot, you know she's gonna go bot. The TP goes bot, right? But if for some reason she doesn't have TP and it's your job to clear this as fast as possible, you can't back, because if you say you clear this, it takes like 5 seconds, and then you back, another 8 seconds, 13 seconds, you get red. that's another 10 seconds. That's like 30 seconds on the board that they have to go and clear vision. So your job here is to clear this, get red, and go help immediately.
Okay.
Right. That's what I'd be thinking if I were you. Right. So it's like kind of awkward because in the lower ranks they're not gonna. Okay, actually they did abuse that. Right. They actually ran into Baron here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the reason why you can't back there. And you did get a really good buy off, but if you really think it was worth the buy, then sure. But usually it's not. Right. Baron control is important. Just clearing this. That's fine. It's fine. Push mid and go help. A is perfectly fine. Okay, it's kind of scary now because you have no flash and they're coming for you. You can't lose. You can't lose. You just trap yourself. You can't lose. You trap on top of your body. But that was really good. Anyways, okay, really good, really good. Good use of QSS. Okay, there's no way he can kill you. You have death stance. Okay, clean, perfect. Look, this is really good. Yo, your only problems are mechanical and maybe some like where should you be kind of issues, but this is really clean. This is a really clean game. Really clean game. Excuse me. Let's fast forward past this. Sure, you guys, maybe you want dragon. Sure, whatever. Send Riven top. You guys all push bot, or maybe just 5-man it up. Yeah, you can just 5-man it up. Looks like you guys win, right?
Yeah.
Let's skip this. So yeah, the hardest, honestly, your only like fighting mistakes are one of two things. Okay, one is the trapping thing. All right, we already discussed that. That's fine. The second one is, you know, sometimes being in a spot where you shouldn't be because they have numbers advantage or they have priority or whatever. That only happened like twice, but that was literally your only mistakes this game. Okay, that Rengar counter gank did not count except the trapping thing, right? So of the things you need to work on, if you play like this every game at Platinum 5, you're just gonna like destroy everyone, right? So play like this, and then on top of that, what I would suggest you work on is like think to yourself, if they engage on me now, am I safe, right? And the way you know that, the basic way you know that is ultimates, flashes, and the most important thing is number advantage. Someone on your team dies, you cannot be there. If someone on the enemy team dies, you can be there, right? That's like the one thing that really got you, right? You have 3 deaths. One of them is a stupid Rengar gank, whatever. One of them is the being in mid lane. Your Ivern died for free because he was being stupid. And the third one is I can't even remember.
The overstayed mid.
It was what?
And then I got overstayed mid. And
yeah. That I guess is more like a. Can you get anything now? If you can't, you should reset, or you should camp a bush, right? If you can't get anything now, don't go for it. So yeah, you literally carry the shit out of this game. Even though, yeah, you literally just carry the shit out of this game, right? So even without those things, you're like destroying them. But if you add those things into your gameplay, I think it'll be really clean. So if you want to work on the mechanics aspect of it first, do you play like a lot of Caitlyn or?
I play a decent amount, yeah.
Is that like your main champion?
I think aside from Twitch, yeah.
Okay, cool.
50-50.
Then it would be worthwhile to work on the mechanics aspect, right? I was just asking because if you only play like Caitlyn once a week or something, then it's like not worth to practice this trap stuff. But for the Caitlyn W thing, the most important thing is know your team CC and how to stack it, right? So Ivern Q, so you stay near Ivern, and if he Qs, you put a trap down at the same time while avoiding the enemy's abilities, right? If you can't put the trap down because of the Oriole, then you don't put the trap down, right? So that's A-okay. But if you know there's nothing they can do to stop it, like that bot lane gank on the Sona on Thresh, absolutely put that trap down. Whenever someone has like a guaranteed onto you, right? Zed, trap behind yourself. Rengar, trap on top of yourself. Who else? There's a bunch of others. Oh, Rek'Sai. Yo, Rek'Sai is the new thing, right? That definitely trap on top of yourself. You'll always get her. Yeah. That's like the main trap mechanic. Second trap mechanic is around these edges, right? Around these edges to prevent the enemy from running in. My kind of like soft like guideline is put down 4 or 3 and you keep 1 or 2. And the reason why you keep 1 or 2 is so you can put it on top of yourself when they go on you, right? And then the others will recharge in time. Don't worry about that. So put down 3 at least when you have like max traps. Put down 3 and then they will walk into it, I promise. Or cut them off so that they have to go through a specific area, right? We're gonna go back to this. But that's strictly mechanics. Like you don't have to work on that if you don't want to, right? Good example is like the tower thing. I saw you do it earlier, right? At top, they wanted to push because they killed one of your teammates and you trapped them off, so they already couldn't do shit. That was perfect.
Yeah.
So something like this, it's really good, right? At the Baron especially, yeah, especially at Baron. Think about it as controlling objectives. Okay, it could be tower, it could be a Baron, it could be a dragon, it could be red buff, it could be blue buff. It doesn't matter what it is. But if you're in the area and you want to fight for it, you put down the traps.
Okay.
So yeah, that's like the two things for mechanics at least. Trap to chain CC on your teammates. Don't worry about getting extra auto attacks in. Your trap damage is like insane. So
yeah.
It's not usually it won't make the one auto attack won't make a difference. And then the second thing is putting down traps to fight for an objective. Like for example, in here, it'd be good to put them like here so that they have to face check this bush, right? Along this line so that they go through the bush, or maybe in this bush so they don't even know. You know, there's a lot of variations.
Yeah.
Do you watch any competitive league by any chance?
Yeah, I do.
Have you seen like Arrow's trap line last split against like another team? Let me show you. It's actually a really good example. Arrow trap breakdown. This is definitely pop up first thing. Come on. Okay. Lol. Here we go. That's not it. Phoenix one. Come on. All right, hold up. Phoenix one breakdown. Use shockwave. Perfect. Ah, found it. First try.
17.
Okay, let's skip. Thank you, Zyrene, for all this.
Flash away. Command.
Okay, it's like later in the video.
Placement to set up a
Here we go.
Caitlyn trap placements and the zone control that they provide. In most siege.
So here, this is what you most commonly see, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, it should be even farther out, right? Because you want to stop them from hitting your minions, right? It should be here, here, and here, right? That's standard. Okay, I don't really like standard because you'd never really know which trap they're gonna step on, and that's my opinion is that you should always know where they want to go, right? So this, I prefer this than like 5 because you know they're just gonna walk through here every time.
To set up.
So
in traps, sitting atop and such near the don't space.
So this is another thing you can do, right? This is what I was talking about. Prevent them from going to spots you don't want them to go in. So that makes them go into where you want. You basically the game is like if you're not surprised, you're gonna win. So if you put all 5 in a line, you don't know which one they're gonna step on, so you're gonna get surprised. If you put them in an area and then they are forced to walk through one little itty bitty like square inch, you'll know where they're gonna go, and that's like really useful. So in this case, this is like super advanced. Don't worry about this, but this is the same concept. Makes them so that they know the Phoenix one knows where they're gonna go, so they put the ball here, and then they just win the game like that, right? Put the ball here, game over.
Okay.
The other thing, if you do, besides the mechanics part of it, is the whole if my team is dead, right? If we have no numbers advantage, or maybe if you don't have flash, don't be in an area where you can be engaged on. I think that's the best way to put it.
Okay.
What I mean by be engaged on is like trying to gain lane priority, or like in a spot where their jungler can like flash jump on you. That's like or their support for that matter. Anything like that is an area where you can be engaged on. And it's really stupid because sometimes that area is like the whole map, right? If they have a LeBlanc and a Fizz, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like that's just how it is. You know, you just gotta stay at your tower. You want to leave that area when you are confident you can win the fight, right? Say you have flash, say you have heal, say you're strong in items, right? That's when you can go out, right? You have a game plan going out. Someone's gonna ult them or whatever. Then you can go out. But if you don't have that, right? If your team is dead, this is the most important part. If your team is dead, right? You should run away, 100%. Don't do anything until you have numbers advantage, because that'll decide like every game in solo queue, right? Numbers advantage is gonna decide every game in solo queue. Every fight, at least in solo queue. So I think that's like the main thing you should work on if you want to talk about like non-mechanics aspect, right?
Okay.
Because like sure there were mechanical errors, but look at your scoreline. It's like fucking 14 kills or something, right? It's disgusting. It's really good. So I think that if you can like work on the never being out of position thing, right? Then you'll just be like perfect game every time. And then missing kills is like the mechanics aspect. Honestly, that's like missing kills is like not having good enough mechanics will result in missed kills, right? But you did not need any more kills. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
For Platinum 5, it's like really good. So that's how I would suggest. And as to your earlier comment about playing from behind, what you did is perfectly fine, right? Stop the bleeding, counter what they want to do, right? Okay. And then once you're strong enough, like even or ahead, then you can start pushing your own agenda, right? Sometimes as the AD carry, you can't push your own agenda, right? Because they have like assassins or something. Then you let your support and jungle go first, and you follow up, right? So overall, I think really clean game. Is there anything you want to like review, go over, or any questions you have?
Not specifically.
Okay, cool. If anything comes to mind, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Do you mind if I put this up on YouTube?
No, that's cool.
Cool. I think this is a really good game to review. So, thank you for that. Anyways, yeah. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Hit me up on Discord. I'm always around.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, dude. Good luck in your games.
You too. Bye.
Bye.